Okay.
Now, as you continue to look around the room or investigate that particular situation, uh, a noise comes from the radio itself, but it's not a voice. What it is, it's a strange clicking sound. You know, like when someone gets on or off a line, it kind of clicks.
Right.
Oh,
Well, it
yeah.
seems to be doing that like all of a sudden out of the blue. A strange series of on and off clicks are coming, and they seem to be doing so in a pattern. And it continues like this for 2 minutes, and then the clicking stops. And it resumes to its just simple white noise.
Hmm.
And it's connected to the computer,
Yep.
Yep.
which means that I think it's some sort of decryption. It's a code that the computer decrypts. That would be my guess. All right. We have one more room to check before we get, or two technically, but I don't think we can get into this one. Two more rooms to check, but one before we delve too far into that. Let's check this last room over here.
And in here, there is a monster. No, just kidding. It's just a storage room. It's
Alright.
just a storage room.
Okay.
Then I would ask Alicia, now that the house is clear, ask Alicia to keep an eye out on the front for approaching people. To give us
Alright.
as much
Yeah.
time as possible.
She says, "Do you want me outside the door or to like look from inside out the window?" If I'm outside, I'll be able to see a greater view and run inside real quick and warn ya. If I'm just looking from a window, they might be on us pretty fast.
True. Is there any way to get outside without them seeing you, though? Because if they are coming, we want to be able to exit without them knowing something's wrong.
I can kind of peek around one of the corners of the building, I guess, so most of me's hidden. Like this one over here she points to.
Yeah.
So she can look out along the street, and if they're coming from this direction, which is what they're probably going to,
Mm-hmm.
then she can see them without them seeing me.
Yeah, and then just
Yeah,
contact us on
and
the radio to
then you
GTFO.
Yeah. Then she can just go that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
All right.
same here.
She does that.
All right.
I am going to let you guys stew for a moment, and figure out what to do while we switch back to the other group.
All right.
Hey.
Oh, hey.
How's it going?
It's going good, bitch. How you doing?
It's going pretty good.
I noticed that Nora's awkward talking to people. She's not a real social butterfly.
No, she's the exact opposite of Mila.
What?
Isn't that so strange?
That's so strange. All right. So for the party itself, dinner is soon served. All right. And I'm not going to. First of all, let's have a little bit of fun here. Do you guys get something to eat?
Yes.
Hey.
Yeah.
Want me to say it again? What's all there? Did you forget?
Um,
I write it off pretty fast. I can
I
read it again.
I remember that there's 2 soups, 2 meats. Yeah, there was like a vegetable
Yeah,
stew.
there's salted hare and salted deer. There's vegetable stew and stewed pork. And there's pickled sausage and peas. Those are like the main deals. Also, if you don't like any of that, there are also assorted fruits, vegetables, cheeses, dried meats, that sort of thing. Or you can just eat all just dessert.
Patrick is going to go for some dried meats and some vegetable stew.
Okie dokie. What's Nora gonna have?
Nora's basically gonna follow Patrick and take the same plate of food, like identical to his.
God. Oh my God, Nora's interesting. Nora's very interesting. Wow. All right, so as people you go along to get something to eat along with the others. The wonderful songs of a few of the other fellow singers of the Endless Storytellers resound throughout the dining hall. Very, very pleasant. The mood right now is very relaxed and very chummy. You are definitely getting the feeling that a lot of these individuals know each other personally. Not only do they do business, but there are clearly pockets of friendships that people are breaking out into. A few of them seem to be a little bit on the heavier drinker side, but no one has gotten out of line. Ashwin himself is quite the social butterfly, kind of flowing from next to next, but he's always flanked by security personnel. And in fact, some of the security personnel actually taste his food before he actually eats it. He gets very concerned about this, but he kind of understands. As far as the others in regards to the food, 3 others seem to be hesitant as to what is displayed on the meal. Gertie Lombardo is kind of picking at it and just kind of looking, and she's asking a lot of questions about the food. All right. Fayette also seems to be kind of fussy. She doesn't like the idea that there's so many salted dishes. And Eva Hare, who is the large council member, Gertie Lombardo was the large council treasurer. Eva Hare, large council, she's a DB. She is very feminine, very voluptuous, and very blue, like literally blue. And she is actually, she doesn't like the stew choices. She's trying to get the kitchen to make her something else, and they have to apologize and say that they don't have that. So those are the 3 people who are having problems with the food. Unfortunately, Eva Hare does not get what she wants, so she sighs and she takes some of the vegetable stew herself, but she looks very displeased, very displeased. Fayette and Gertie Lombardo both stay away from the main courses and simply start to pick at the appetizers. Both Fayette goes for some cheese and dried meat, whereas Gertie Lombardo, the treasurer, she goes for fruits and vegetables. All right. So now that I gave you all this information, is there anything in particular you guys would like to do?
I think after seeing this, I think Nora would try and they have like salts like there that you could put on, like on the table, right? Like,
oh yeah, there's table salt. There's table salt.
She'd probably
Not every single table has it, but it's scattered enough that you can borrow it from someone else's table. You can get some table salt, no problem.
She'd probably sneak one behind like her back and like hide one in her hand and like kind of mosey on over to like look like she's getting food and then try and sneak some salt on like the appetizer and the fruits. Oh,
Interesting. So roll me a D100.
Okay. I don't know what to do. Help me.
Just roll a D100. All right. You start to put some salt on there when Helena Armitage stops you for a second and she says, "What is with you people and salt? We've got it covered. You're going to completely ruin the dish. Please step away from the table."
Sorry. Nora would actually like drop the salt and like pick it up and like just walk back to Patrick.
So with this display, Fayette notices it. But let's see here. Sorry. Fayette notices this little display here, but Gertie Lombardo and Eva Hare don't notice this little display. They've gone off to intermingle somewhere else. Fayette is the only one who was still near the table to notice that little interlude between Helena Armitage and yourself, Nora. Patrick?
He is delightfully enjoying his meal.
Okay, fair enough. So, both Fayette and Gertie seem to be they're not much grazers. They just get a little bit, they eat, and then they come back when they're a little bit hungrier. Both come back for seconds. And then the one known as Gertie Lombardo, the large council treasurer, starts to cough a little bit, and her face looks flush. But she just passes it off. She puts her just plate of food down and goes to intermingle with a few of her other fellow large council members. Anything? Anything yet? You just watching?
Yeah.
I think Patrick will unbeknownst to himself probably stare a bit too long at that.
All right. The Gertie doesn't seem to notice. She was too busy coughing and excusing herself. A few more minutes pass, and she's starting to look visibly flushed. And she goes over to Shauna, who is just bringing out a new plate of salted deer. And you can see her having this Lombardo having a heated conversation with Shauna. Now, Nora, you have an enhanced hearing, and healing. Actually, you have both. Do you want to eavesdrop on the conversation?
Hell to the yizzle.
All right. So the conversation simply goes as, "Did you put anything strange in this food? Excuse me? Anything strange? I had some fruit and I had a bad reaction to it. Did you put anything on it? Did you put any sort of spice or anything like that?" Oh, and she kind of Helena looks awfully nervous, and she kind of looks over to Zoe, who is still greeting a few last-minute people coming through the door there in time for dinner. And Helena gives a bit of a smile. She just says, "Oh, there was just a lady, I don't know, one of the other guests. She started to just put some salt on some of it. Maybe just some of it grazed the fruit. I'm very sorry." And with that, Gertie seems to be visibly angry, and she said, "Did you just say they put salt on the fruit?" And you don't need enhanced hearing when you hear that kerfuffle.
Nora would start slowly walking towards the door, like trying to leave the room or hide somewhere.
Okay, and Helena says, I'm very, very sorry, ma'am. I didn't mean to offend." And she says, "What kind of establishment is this? Who was this person that was putting salt on the food?" she says. And as she starts to look a little bit more flush and a little bit more ill, and she starts to cough now intermittently. And actually, Nora, give me a prowl check. You're gonna try to fucking hide, right?
Yeah. Shit.
Oh no. So
Nora, why are you so awkward?
Helena looks throughout the crowd and she goes, "Oh, that woman right there," as you try to duck behind the firebrand as he looks around and wondering what the hell you're doing. and Gertie locks eyes with you, Nora, for a moment. And if looks could kill. But with that, she starts to cough a little bit more, and she goes, "Oh, that's," and she says to Helena, "That's fine. I just wanted to know, just keep an eye on your food," she said. She says, as she, a few minutes later, Gertie Lombardo excuses herself, explaining that she must have picked up a small bug. She's very sorry. She's appreciative for the event, but she's going to just go home and rest it out. And this has been a period of maybe about 10 minutes since she's eaten and since she's left. And she looks pale. She looks clammy. She is coughing a lot. A lot of other people are concerned, suggesting that maybe she should go to St. Joseph's. And she says, no, it's just a bug. I'll go home. I'll rest. I'll be fine. If things get worse, I'll let you know. I find it happens to me sometimes. I have a crappy immune system. What can I say? She laughs about it, and then she departs past Zoe, and Zoe looks to you two with a very knowing look,
Mhm.
and Gertie starts to exit the Painted Lodge. So, is there anything you guys would like to do?
Oh boy.
Oh, what should we
What
do?
to do now?
You can. Okay, this is a metagaming moment if you want. It's
All
fair
right.
enough.
All right. Let us brain this through. Squee and Burn, if you're still among us.
Are they dead?
Are they dead? Are you guys both gone?
Need to pee.
Oh, okay. Burn has to pee.
Shit.
Squee, are you?
I'm sorry. I
There we
muted
go.
my mic just to be quiet.
Oh, that's
Oh.
that's good. That's nice.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. We now
Just,
know
like phone a friend.
a good chance that this is the
Right. This is her.
Change
the
Changeling.
person. All right. Second thing of information. She now knows that somebody tried to put salt in the food.
Yeah.
She also knows that it is specifically Mila-Nora that has done this.
True.
The
question
now
would be,
she might raise suspicion enough that she might try to go away.
true. That's a possibility, but also is it going to be that suspicious? Maybe, but it's not damning in any way. I mean, sure, putting salt on food is a little weird and strange, but it could also just be she was a weird and strange person putting
Bitch.
salt on food. But I agree that maybe best to assume that she'll get suspicious.
Now, I can either take this to a very extreme.
Call the lizard
Or-
mage now.
That's what I was thinking. Or just a Carla Lizard Mage in the middle of the freaking ball and just be like, "Ah, it's
Can I
probably
be?
this
Can
way."
I be? Can I be? Can I just be a gem and just remind you of something, real quick?
Yeah.
Sure.
You remember he gave because this was like more than a few sessions back.
Mm-hmm.
He
Yeah.
gave
To
me, like-
contact the lizard mage, he gave you that gem, right?
Yeah.
It is fair to assume that you would or would not have it with you. I'll leave that up to your character.
Mhm.
The lizard mage gave you instructions that if you want to contact him, simply hold the gem in your hand and think towards the gem, and he will pick up your thoughts and communicate with you.
Okay, so he won't be
Oh.
summoned. It's for communication.
Yes, he made it quite clear. He's not a genie. Actually, he made it very clear that even if you ask for him to show up, he might not show up. He's not a genie at your beck and call.
Right.
Okay.
But he'll
so,
listen to you.
Then I
and
would
maybe he'll
certainly
talk with
make
you.
contact
yeah,
with
just
them.
kind of like really much not like waving it around, but pretty much out in the open with no particular fuss. He'll take it out and communicate.
All right, we can do that
that-
right now.
Um,
Oh no! Wait! You're still thinking. You're still planning. Sorry, I got
am
too excited.
I'm
I
still
got too
planning.
excited.
I have to.
I haven't got to talk as the lizard mages forever, and I want to do that.
I
Really quickly, Inferno.
hmm
Can I mark some stuff on the map, please?
Yeah. Mark whatever you like.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
All right. I'm. This is about as good of a hint as I'm going to get, and this is about as soon as getting this information without the thing trying to run away as I can really get. Is there a doubt in my mind that it could be her? Little, but there is still a lingering thought that just like maybe that wasn't the person, but that would be the proper seed and power. Not particularly too much need and kind of laid back and whatnot. Didn't? Well, actually, my character wouldn't know that. Excuse me. That would be the proper seat of power. Not too much power, not that much responsibility.
hmm
She was extremely upset specifically because of salt. She also noted, if I heard that, that she had a crappy immune system, which is
Out of character, out of character, you didn't hear. I mean, but we're talking out of character, right? So it's
Okay,
all,
I did not hear that. Okay.
yeah. Your character didn't hear it, but everyone in the group heard it, so you guys can still talk about it.
I did hear specifically that you put salt in it angrily across the room. Like somebody could actually have an allergic reaction to salt. Which I'm almost positive in real life is...
It's
Um,
impossible. The human body needs
Yeah.
sodium chloride. You cannot be allergic to it. So,
Yeah.
Now a DB, who knows? But a human, not a chance.
She's not a DB.
Well, she's
Yeah.
a changeling. She's technically a
Well,
demon.
but I mean,
Anything that
she's
isn't human.
posing as a
It-
human, right?
She's
Yeah.
posing as a
Yeah.
human.
Exactly.
Yeah,
If that
it is
does
a
her-
physical impossibility for a human to be allergic to salt.
All right. So if somebody was just like, "Oh, we accidentally put a bit of salt on it," salt, you son of a bitch. Instead of somebody like really, really watching their weight and just like, "Oh, I can't."
Like
But they
Fayette.
felt-
That's what
yeah.
totally what she was doing.
Salt makes me retain water.
God.
So yeah, that seems to be. I'm good. I'm sorry if this is wrong, but this is one of those things where he has to react more than he has to really think through the.
I
the,
honestly, I mean, out of character, I think it's a brilliant thing to do because why give her time to do anything? Tell the lizard mage we are 99% sure we got him. Do your stuff, because he didn't tell us to take care of him. He told us just to find them.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's I will. All right, let's go through the what's it called?
Communication?
The communication thing.
All right.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Not for any show, but very much kind of like he's doing his. It's like somebody who just randomly pulled out like a DS or something like that. Kind of
Yeah, like yes, like a 3DS. It's like you pulled that out.
like a 3DS.
Bang. Anyway, all right. All right. So you take out the gem, right? Gem is in your
And-
hands. What do you
And
do?
we'll put it to my chest, I believe that it was, and
Okay.
then think to communicate with the lizard mage. I think that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
And if it was more of a addition with communication, I think his mind will continue with. We believe that we found the halfling.
Halfling.
Oh, sorry, halfling. Excuse me.
Frodo.
The halfling. Fuck the.
And the lizard mage is
Mr.
like,
Frodo.
"Oh, you idiot."
We found Frodo.
Mr. Frodo.
The changeling. Excuse me.
Okay.
Which would be the human name of Gertie Lombardo.
Yes. Oh, good memory.
Oh.
All right. With that, the response you quickly get a quick response in your mind of the lizard mage speaking. Human, you are certain this is the doppelganger changeling Neek, this Gertie Lombardo.
She has admitted herself that she has a weak immune system. Seems to be sickly when eating salt, and also very upset when found out that she was eating salt, which humans do not usually get too upset or sick from.
Very well, I will be arriving inside New Laszlo shortly. However, my appearance will create great ripples of suspicion, so I will need to be very careful. Give me as much information on this Gertie Lombardo as you have.
Oh shoot! All right.
Do you know what she looks like? Picture her face and her body in your mind, and I will receive that image.
And we'll do that.
Okay.
And probably also note if this is helpful, her being a treasurer.
Yes. Yeah, treasurer of the large council. Very good, her title and her appearance. Do you know where this Gertie Lombardo resides?
I personally do not.
If you don't, then say no.
No.
That should be fine. I will find Neek, and when I have him in my talons, I will communicate to you soon. Prepare your boon, for you may have just done very well, human. And with that, there's silence. Oh, I love speaking as Tyrath. It's so fun.
All right.
All right.
So he will lower that and put it back into his pack,
Cool. All right.
Or it's
and
just
probably
sitting,
finish up his stew.
sitting back down at the table, like just nervously looking around.
All right. Is it fair for me to switch the focus back to our stealth crew here?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So, what do you guys want to do?
Well, first off, I
yeah.
I labeled everything correctly, right?
Yeah, you did. Excellent.
Okay.
Excellent.
Okay.
Excellent.
Why don't you tell
Like,
him our plan of
PP
action, there,
room. Who
Tom?
put that there?
That was not me.
That was totally
Yeah.
him. Or
no.
me.
Okay.
Or
listen.
maybe me. Probably me.
There's only two of you. All right.
That wasn't me.
All right. Anyways.
Sorry.
Tom, you want to let him know our plan of action so far?
All right, so first off, we are going to go and root through the bedroom to try and find this key card.
Ooh.
First, starting with the dresser.
Oh, and I want to get a little burn notice here. We're looking for slicks. Which is something that a covert agent or a spy or just someone who really wants to keep things hidden. Common hiding places that are
Yes. So, like what you would have used to hide that
exactly
tape on the
Exactly.
behemoth.
Yeah. Like in the door jamb of the door, there's a small little hole where you could pull out a little piece of
that kind of thing. Looking for false
Something
bottoms
with-
in drawers.
Yeah.
Opening
Yeah.
up alarm clock, battery covers, that kind of thing.
Okay. All right.
yeah,
Fair enough.
tooth floss wrapped around like a USB stick or
All right.
something.
Both of you roll me D100 checks, please.
All right.
Okay. 8.
Okay. So now here's the other thing. How careful are you guys?
I'm being incredibly careful to leave everything the way I found it.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Burn, roll me another D100, please.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Damn!
Like, well, you're
Dang.
not trained. You might make a mistake, but god damn it, you put every goddamn thread in her drawer back exactly the same.
I'm not. I'm
Neutral
literally.
ones.
I'm literally.
He replaces dust.
I'm really not pulling these ones out of my
No, I
ass. I
know, I
really
know.
am not.
No, this is excellent. No, I love this. You're just like
He continues to amaze Al with these, like, a trained agent could not have done,
Well, we'll just say, like, Tom, you're just extremely focused. You're extremely high pressure. You know, stress has enhanced your abilities, and yeah, you guys search through the room to try to find this key card.